The oil Ram recommends for your 5.7 Hemi is not automatically the best plan if your goal is maximum engine life past 75,000 miles. Now, I want to be careful with that statement. I am not saying Ram tells you to use bad oil. I am not saying the factory spec destroys every engine. And I am not telling you to pour random thick oil into your Hemi because somebody online said it makes the engine stronger. What I am saying is this: the factory oil recommendation is built around a balance of cold start protection, emissions, fuel economy, MDS operation, warranty targets, and average driving conditions. But most Ram owners do not drive under perfect average conditions. They tow, idle, take short trips, sit in traffic, remote start in cold weather, run in heat, and stretch oil changes because the dash still says there is oil life left. That is where the problem starts. I am Buck, 12 years as a Mopar dealer tech, and today I'm explaining why your 5.7 Hemi oil routine needs to change before 75,000 miles if you want to protect the bearings, lifters, camshaft, and bottom end long term. If you own a Ram and want more Hemi maintenance advice that can save you from expensive repairs, hit the like button and subscribe while you are here. This channel is for Ram owners who want to keep their trucks alive, avoid dealer shortcuts, and understand the small details before they become big repair bills. The first thing you need to understand is that oil is not just oil inside a 5.7 Hemi. The oil is lubricating the crankshaft bearings, rod bearings, camshaft, lifters, timing components, and the top end. It also supports systems like MDS and variable cam timing on many trucks. That means the oil is not only reducing friction, it is also part of how the engine operates. When the oil is fresh, full, clean, and the correct viscosity, it creates a thin protective film between moving metal surfaces. Your crankshaft and bearings do not survive because metal is rubbing on metal. They survive because oil is creating a barrier between those parts. Once that oil gets too thin from heat, fuel dilution, long intervals, or breakdown, that protective film is weaker. Once it gets dirty, it carries contamination through the engine. Once it gets low, pressure and oil control become less stable. And once metal starts moving through the oil, bearings are one of the last places you want that debris to go. This is why I do not like long oil intervals on a Hemi. A lot of owners look at the oil life monitor and wait until the truck tells them it is time. The problem is that the oil life monitor is not testing the oil in a laboratory. It is estimating oil life based on conditions, time, temperature, and driving data. It does not know exactly how much fuel dilution is in the oil. It does not know how much bearing material is starting to show up. It does not show you varnish inside small oil passages. So when the dash still says the oil has life left, the owner assumes everything is fine. But if that truck does short trips, idles a lot, tows, works in heat, or has a lot of stop-and-go driving, the oil may be working much harder than the mileage shows. This is where 75,000 miles becomes important. At 75,000 miles, the engine is no longer new. The bearings have lived through thousands of cold starts. The lifters have cycled for years. The oil pump has done years of work. The engine may have seen different shops, different filters, different oil brands, and different intervals. If the previous owner stretched oil changes, you may not know it until symptoms show up. That is why I treat 75,000 miles like a checkpoint, not a panic point. If your Ram 5.7 Hemi is approaching or past 75,000 miles, this is the time to tighten your oil routine. Not after the tick starts, not after you hear a knock on cold start, not after you see glitter in the oil, before. If this kind of Ram advice is helping you, hit subscribe now. I make videos like this so owners can prevent expensive problems instead of only reacting to them. Now let's talk about the factory oil spec. Many 5.7 Hemi trucks call for 5W20, especially because of MDS operation. Some applications and years may list different recommendations, so always check your exact owner's manual, oil cap, and service information. I am not telling every owner to ignore the manual. That can create problems too. But I do want you to understand why the factory spec is not the whole conversation. Factory oil recommendations are influenced by fuel economy testing. Thinner oil can reduce pumping losses and help fuel economy numbers. It also helps cold start flow. Those things matter. But if your truck is older, works hard, tows, idles, or lives in hot conditions, the real-world demand on the oil can be different from the perfect conditions used to create the recommendation. That does not mean you should randomly jump to a heavy oil. On MDS Hemis, viscosity matters because the system was designed around certain oil behavior. Too thick can create its own problems, especially on cold starts and in oil-controlled systems. Too thin, old, or fuel diluted can also reduce protection when the engine is hot. The safest advice is this: use the correct factory-approved viscosity for your exact truck, unless you have a very specific reason and proper guidance to change. But do not stretch the interval. Use a high-quality full synthetic oil, use the correct filter, keep the level full, and if the truck works hard, shorten the interval instead of trying to solve everything with a different oil weight. The oil interval is where most owners lose the engine. If you drive mostly highway, the truck warms up fully, you do not tow, and the engine has an easy life. 5,000 miles is a smart ceiling. If you tow, idle, take short trips, work in hot weather, or sit in traffic every day, I would rather see 3,500 to 4,000 miles. Some people will say that is too often, but oil changes are cheap compared to bearings, lifters, camshaft work, or a replacement engine. The bearing problem does not always announce itself early. It can begin as small wear. Then one cold start has a slightly longer knock. Then it clears up and the owner ignores it. Then it comes back louder. By the time the knock is obvious, the bearing surface may already be damaged. The same goes for lifters. A small tick that goes away fast may not be the end of the world, but a tick that stays, changes with RPM, or comes with a misfire code needs attention. If a lifter starts failing and metal begins moving through the oil, that contamination can reach bearings and other precision surfaces. That is why the oil filter matters too. Do not run a bargain filter on a Hemi you care about. The filter media, bypass valve, and anti-drainback valve all matter. A quality filter helps catch debris, control bypass behavior, and hold oil where it needs to be after the truck sits. A cheap filter can make a good oil change less effective. Use Mopar or a trusted high-quality filter that matches your exact engine. Do not let a shop install a random cross-reference filter just because it screws on. A filter that fits is not always the filter I want protecting your Hemi bearings and lifters. At 75,000 miles, I also like doing two extra things. First, consider a used oil analysis. It is cheap compared to engine work. You send a sample of your used oil to a lab, and they can show signs of fuel dilution, viscosity loss, coolant contamination, and wear metals. That gives you a much better idea of what is happening inside the engine than guessing from oil color. Oil can look clean and still be worn out. Oil can look dark and still be doing its job. Your eyes are not a lab. Second, install or inspect a magnetic drain plug if you use one. This will not catch every kind of metal, and it is not a replacement for diagnosis, but it can give you an early visual clue if ferrous debris is showing up between oil changes. If you ever see heavy metal fuzz, flakes, or glitter, do not ignore it. That is the engine trying to tell you something. Now let's talk about cold start knock, because this is where owners make expensive mistakes. If your Hemi makes a brief noise for a second or two and then quiets down, that may be normal with age, oil drain back, or startup behavior. But if you hear a deeper knock that lasts longer, especially after the truck sat overnight, pay attention. A bearing knock and a lifter tick are not the same sound, but both need to be taken seriously if they are new or getting worse. Do not mask it with thicker oil without understanding the problem. Thicker oil may quiet a noise temporarily, but it can also hide symptoms while the real wear continues. You want diagnosis, not a cover-up. Check oil level first, then check oil condition, listen cold and hot, scan for misfires, watch pressure behavior. If needed, have a shop verify actual oil pressure and inspect for metal in the filter or drain oil. The worst thing you can do is keep driving hard while hoping the noise disappears. If your RAM is still quiet, this is the moment to protect it. Change the oil before it is worn out. Keep the level full. Use the right oil and filter. Reduce long idle time. Do not tow on old oil. Do not stretch intervals because the monitor says you can. And at 75,000 miles, start treating oil maintenance like engine insurance. The 5.7 Hemi can last a long time. I have seen plenty of them with high mileage that still run strong. The ones that last usually have the same pattern: clean oil, quality filters, shorter intervals, correct level, and owners who listen early when something changes. The ones that fail early often have a different pattern: long intervals, cheap filters, low oil, lots of idle time, and owners who wait until a noise becomes impossible to ignore. So here is the simple rule. Do not panic because your Ram has 75,000 miles, but do change the way you maintain it. Use the correct full synthetic oil for your exact truck. Change it around 5,000 miles at most, sooner under hard use. Use a quality filter. Check the level weekly. Listen on cold start. Consider oil analysis. Watch for metal. And do not let the oil life monitor be the only thing deciding when your engine gets serviced. That habit could be the difference between a Hemi that goes past 200,000 miles and one that starts knocking before you expected. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe before you leave. I cover Ram Hemi problems, oil change mistakes, bearing wear warnings, lifter failure signs, dealer shortcuts, and maintenance habits that can save owners thousands. Drop a comment with your Ram's year, mileage, oil weight, and how often you change it. I want to see how many owners are changing their oil habits before 75,000 miles. I will see you in the next one.